Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Autumn Embers and today I am building an ancient temple. So this ancient temple is a shell challenge by the lovely Bethly Simmer. It is her Beth building blocks, and basically you got a load of different buildings of like different shapes and sizes, and they all look different, and you could basically choose one or more of these building blocks to do whatever you would like with it. And so when I saw this building block here, I was like, oh, that is just screaming to be made into a jungle temple. And a jungle temple is something I've never done before. I've never made a jungle temple before. It's never crossed my mind to build one. But this building block here was just screaming out to be turned into one. And I thought, okay, this looks interesting. And I've just got an idea for one of these building blocks. Let's go for it. So what I would normally do when it comes to like shell challenges or room challenges, which are like very popular at the moment in the Sims community, I would normally look on the gallery just to see what other people are doing with these shell challenges, just to get like some sort of idea and inspiration to see what's going on, what they're doing. And as I went on to the gallery, and I saw that a lot of people are doing like villages with these building blocks. So I was like, oh my god, did I misread it? Did I have a bit of a weird day and not read it properly? And because lots of people like using like these building blocks to create villages. I saw like a shipping container village, and they look really good. And so I was like, oh my god, am I supposed to use all of these building blocks? Did I misread something? And so I had another look at these rules that I've saved to my phone, because I find it easy just to save the shell challenges rules to my phone, because I'm always panicking. I'm always worrying that I'm using a pack that I shouldn't be using. I'm doing something I'm not supposed to be doing. So I always save these like shell challenges rules onto my phone. So I had a quick look at it, and I was like, no, it definitely says you can use just the one. So I had another look at it, then I found another person that also used just the one, and they converted their block of choice into a tree house. And so I was like, okay, let's just go ahead with the one block, which is this block that I've chose, and just change it into a jungle temple, because like I said at the beginning, it's not something that I've ever done before. It's not something that I've thought of doing before, and it'd be a good challenge to step out my comfort zone. And let's go ahead and do it. I also provide a choice to build it in Dorado, which is a beautiful world that I hardly ever build in. So a good opportunity to build in that world as well. So this is on a 40 by 20 lot. It is an unusual lot size. We don't typically have a 40 by 20 in The Sims 4. So I find it quite weird to have this lot size when it's not, you can't find it anywhere else. So if you want to plonk it down anywhere else that isn't Dorado, it may look a bit weird, but hey ho, it's your game. You can do whatever you like with it. So if you would like to plonk it down on a lot size, I would recommend probably like a 40 by 30, because they're more common to see around the Sims world. So you may have a little extra room to expand it around the back, or where it is the extra lot space is, so you can expand it, because I didn't put any extra sort of like activities on the outside around the temple walls. I didn't put any extra sort of activities because I didn't want the activities to stand out like a sore thumb and go, hey, I'm an art easel outside the temple, because that would have looked weird and it would have stood up like a sore thumb. So you probably have to, if you're not placing it on this lot in Dorado, you probably have to plop it somewhere else that is a 40 by 30 lot. And so you're going to have a little bit room extra to put out some like activities. Although in saying that, on these little hallways here that I'm putting down, and sort of putting down like the details on, I did put down an archaeology table, because it makes sense. So yeah, so at the moment I'm just basically putting like a living kind of roof. I really wanted to make this place like one with nature. It's a bit overgrown, it's a bit knackered looking, it's been here for a very long time. Nature has sort of reclaimed it as its own, and so I was using a lot of like vines that you could find in the live edit objects debug menu, and so I used a lot of vines. I also used a vine that goes across one of the archways. It kind of looks like the sim can't enter or go through it, but because it is a debug item, the sims can just walk right through because they don't see it there. It is invisible to them. It is, you know, see-through. They can just walk right through like a ghosty. So yeah, I'm just putting lots of vines, lots of jungle adventure stuff, and I did notice the rules said you can't use any exterior walls, so these hallways that I'm putting down and sort of like making look pretty, they're kind of not in the rules, but I really figured that one out. I said to myself, okay, let's put these walls down, but we're not going to keep them there because we are going to use spandrels to knock out the walls, and they're no longer there, so I'm still keeping within the rules. So that's what I did. I had to put down all the detailing that I wanted to go against these walls, just to make it easier for myself, like the archways, like some of the hanging dangly plant thingamabobs. I had to keep the walls there until I was happy with what I've got and the detail that I've got down, and then knock the walls out with some spandrels. So there has been a slight gap between my last video and this video. I'm not too sure when it's going to come out. I'm not going to say when because things could go wrong in that time. So I've been having a few problems with my computer, and this started about a month ago. So at the beginning of this very build, it was all happy and fine. My computer wasn't doing strange and weird things. It was fine. There was no kind of like clue as to what I was about to expect to complete this build. So yeah, at the very beginning of this build, it was fine. My computer was acting as normal. And then halfway through this build, I was having computer problems. Basically, what was happening every time, well, not every time, it was hit or miss. As I've discovered, it was a bit hit and miss. So it wasn't a guarantee when I went on The Sims 4, but sometimes when I went on The Sims 4, my computer started to sound like an F1 car about to explode, and it freaked me out the first time. I was like, what the hell's going on? A boo, let's get out of this game and shut down this computer, because it was so loud, it freaked me out. So I went on to Google, as one does when you are confused about a problem that you don't know how to fix. So I went on to Google, asking Google, hey Google, my computer sounds like an F1 car about to explode. What do I do? How do I fix it? And Google said, it's something to do with your CPU. And great, okay, what's my CPU? And where do I find it? I finally found it on my computer, and I optimized it as Google recommended, and I kept optimizing my computer every time I opened it up until I was like blue in the face. So the next time I went on the game, it was fine. I thought, okay, that was a bit of a simple fix for such a scary sound. Okay, sure, okay, let's carry on doing this build and other builds that I was doing at the time. And so I carried on, and then one time I went on The Sims and it happened again. I was like, okay, that kind of makes sense, because I thought optimizing my CPU was a bit of a weird, quick and easy fix for such a loud noise. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I can ask Twitter and say, guys, you know that problem that I thought was fixed, it's not. Do you have any ideas as what it could be and how I could fix it? Someone responded, which was great, and said, hey, I had like similar problems. It could be a coincidence, but when their laptop did an update, it seemed to be fixed. So I was like, okay, I take it. I know it could be a coincidence, like you said, but I'll take it, because at that moment in time, I was getting kind of like sad that I couldn't play The Sims 4. I was kind of missing it. I really wanted to play The Sims 4 again. I really wanted to get this build out, out in time, because at first I was kind of dawdling, not knowing, you know, how to make this look the way I wanted it, but the deadline was looming and I just wanted to get this done because I could see the potential in it. So I was like, okay, I'll take it. I need to update my laptop. But normally when my laptop needs an update, it'll just do it automatically. So I had to force my computer to do an update. So I was like, how do I do that? And then I found it was Update Tuesday. And I was like, okay, that's great, because it was like the first Tuesday in the month. So I did Update Tuesday. And I thought again it was fixed. And just quickly here, I really wanted a pool in my temple because I thought it would look cool, and I had a quick look at to see what other people have been doing with like jungle temples, and they were using like a pool or pond in their temple, and it looked really cool. So I wanted one, but I used platforms for this base, and platforms and pools don't quite mix. They don't like each other. So I was like, well, that's annoying, because I think there's like moment in time whilst I was trying to get like a pool done, I was having these problems that I'm describing to you and telling you the story to, and at this moment it's like, I don't need this, I want a pool, but I don't need the stupid bloody platforms, because I had to change all the platforms into a foundation. And so that was what I was doing, and I was like, I don't need this, because I was having so many problems, especially with the bits of sloping roof that I was using sort of like to encase the stairs a little bit, and I was having problems with it, and I was like, I don't need this. I don't know how long I've got with my computer being fine and okay and dandy and allowing me to be on The Sims. But yeah, the update didn't work basically. Because I was able to get on The Sims for a couple of hours, and then it happened again. It sounded like an F1 car, and I was like, okay, I'm getting a little stressed out now. The thing that used to take away the stress and anxiety of this life and the world and this stuff is now becoming the thing that's, you know, causing the stress and anxiety. So it's like, okay, I need a fix, you know, I need something to fix this computer. It is annoying me now. So once more I asked Google, what's the problem, Google? I've got a computer that sounds like an F1 car when I sometimes play a game. And it said you could have problems with your fan. You could have a dusty fan. So I was like, okay, how do I get rid of a dusty fan? And it said you perhaps need to go and buy a compressed air can. I was like, okay, let's go and grab a compressed air can, shall we? And I took forever. It took about a whole entire afternoon to find a compressed air can, because when I went to the shops, they just didn't have them in stock. So I thought, fine, let's go to W.H. Smith and buy it for double the price. And so I finally got to the shops, but just before closing, it took me that long to find this compressed air can. And all these articles that I was reading about these compressed air cans, they kept saying you need to shove this compressed air can and spray it into your side air vents. I don't have side air vents, so I just sprayed it into one of the two fans that two air vents I have, and hope and prayed it worked. And it did work for a while, because after like a couple of hours or few hours of playing the game, of being so on edge, it happened again. So I was like, okay, let's just spray in the other air vent, because I don't even know the one I sprayed it in was the correct one, so let's spray it in the other one that I have. And again, it worked for a while until it didn't. And so I sprayed it again, hoping once more, and it's been fine. It's been fine, touch wood, it's been okay. And I've been able to complete 2 builds within that time. I've managed to complete 2 builds. This is one of them, and another one is a factory build, which I love. I'm so glad I managed to finish and complete it, so you guys can see it, and I'm really happy the way this turned out. But I needed to test my computer whether it could edit and export a video, and it could, and And now testing it out, can it do a voiceover? And at the minute, it seems okay, it seems alright. Ooh, touch wood though, touch wood. If it happens again, I might have to just to take it into someone that can actually fix it professionally, because I can't keep going on like this. I'm just so on edge. It is causing me stress and anxiety, and I don't really want to go on my computer these days. And so yeah, I might need to take it in to have a professional look if it happens again, because I just want to get on building stuff. I've got loads of ideas I want to do. There are some Shel challenges that I want to keep on doing, and then there's some like room challenges that I want to do. So yeah, I've got things I want to do, but and if it happens again, I'm just taking it in just for my own sanity, just to take it in. So I've moved indoors at last. So when I was doing this, like, do I make it into a house, don't make it into like a community lot? I made it into a house. I thought it'd be easier to do because I don't know how to work this space, because I thought this space was quite small. So I did put in just one wall to kind of create a hallway, but also just to, if you looked right through the entrance archway, you would see right through into the living room. And I thought that's not great. You would want some privacy. So that wall there is just to create privacy. It has also created a lovely entrance hallway where you can also access the bathroom. So here I am doing a very small, tiny little corner kitchen. I do change these tiles quite a lot. I think I settle on the yellow versions of these tiles because as I was having these problems with my computer, I decided to repaint my bedroom. I decided to paint it green. Not all the walls are green, just the one wall is green. And as I was trying to find another colour to go with the green, there we go, see I painted it yellow. As I was trying to find another colour that would go nicely with the green, I was looking up like colour wheels and stuff like that, and I've been learning all about the colour wheel and what goes with what. And it turns out because yellow sits next to green, it is a complementary colour, and so therefore it should go with it. So I decided to go with the yellow that I've got here, because I've learned about yellow and colour wheels. So yeah, there are yellow accents in this build. I decided not to go with blue. I know that blue goes with green because again it's a complementary colour. It sits next to it in the colour wheel, so it should go with it. But I decided not to and just go with the yellow. So it is an open plan living dining space. I couldn't really like divide it up into rooms. I think that made it more claustrophobic and small, and so I kept it as one big space, just putting one wall in just to so you don't look right through to the living room, and just to sort of like block out some of that. So yeah, I do so yeah, it's just basically one open plan floor living area. The bedroom is upstairs, and I had a little problem with accessing the bedroom. So I originally wanted an archway that would slip in nicely next to the two sloping roof pieces that I got either side of the front archway. And I managed to slip it in using bb.move objects on, and I thought it'd be fine because the archway that I was slipping into these two sloping roof pieces, it seemed to not clip at all. So I thought, okay, there should be enough headroom height for the Sims to shimmy themselves through the archway. But as I was playtesting this at the very end, because at that time I was like, okay, I'm happy with it, I just need to playtest it. They couldn't shimmy their fat heads through the archway that I placed either side of these roof pieces. So I was like, well, that's a problem, innit? Because I don't really plan of any other way for the Sims to get their butts up to their bedroom. And so I was like, okay, I have to use a ladder here. So I was trying to use a ladder, trying to, put it inside because that would look nicer inside than outside. So I tried trying to put it inside, but because the box on top is slightly smaller than the box below it, there wasn't a nice fix for it. There wasn't a nice place for it to go. Because every time I found a nice place for it to go upstairs in the bedroom area, it meant it sitting like in the middle of the downstairs area where your living room is, and I thought that's not a good compromise, it looks stupid. So I was like, okay, I think it needs to go outside. So I've just placed it next to this big old skull that I've got outside, because I wanted to make this place look scary and intimidating. You don't want to go here. That's why it's so overgrown and taken by nature, because people go, no, I don't want to go in there, it looks a bit scary, because of the big old skull. So yeah, I put a ladder just outside, not what I really wanted, because like I said at the beginning, I didn't really want anything to interrupt the look and the aesthetic of this lovely ancient jungle temple thingamabob that I've made. Well, use the Shel challenge of, but it was the only way the Sims could access this bedroom. So I had to put it outside. I think it looks alright, you can't really see it. Not if you're, actively looking for some way to get upstairs. You're not really looking for it. So yeah, so you have to use a ladder to get up into this bedroom. Then I think you go up the stairs. So here I'm just doing the bedroom. I thought it'd be nice to put the bed itself on a platform, because that would sort of imitate what's going on outside. So I thought that would be nice, and to sort of like build the bridges with me and platforms, to show myself that it's okay, platforms are good, they're not a pain in the butt. So yeah, I used a platform there and I really like it. It was a bit of a problem because I was trying to place my stuff on the side tables and they kept wanting to be at the height of the platform. That was slightly annoying. And here I'm just detailing the bathroom, and when I come to actually the end of the build, that's when I go like really ham on the detailing. And I wanted me to take you along with me, because I don't normally, but I was aware that this video could be getting on a little bit. So here I'm just doing the bathroom. I really like this bathroom. Again, I used yellow because, like I said, it's a complementary colour to the green. I know in the bathroom it's grey, but I always think grey and yellow can look quite nice together. So I do use some yellow/golden colours in the bathroom, just to keep that yellow theme going on. And here I'm just putting down more plants because I don't know what else to put here. I think this part may be made at a platform, so again I can't put any pools down. I used a mixture of platforms and foundation to make those bits surrounding the walls. But yeah, so I'm just putting down more vines, making it look more like overgrown, that lots of people haven't, been here. Also, some have been here because they were, let's make it my home. So yeah, but I'm making it lots of like viney and like roony and just like it's a bit messy. It's not well kept. They definitely spend a lot of time outside the temple and not so much in the temple itself. Also, did I say I put down an archaeology table? Because I put an archaeology table in one of these hallways. I think I did. I did, but I can't remember. So, but this is where I'm going to leave you. So, thank you for watching and listening to me complain about my lovely, lovely computer. I love you, computer. Lovely, lovely computer. And so, thank you. Oh, please like and subscribe. It's been a month. Please like and subscribe, and I will hopefully see you at the harbour factory. So, thank you and goodbye.